So we were talking about the philosophical, okay? So the ideas which come into their mind and how do they express those ideas. So we have to understand the philosophical expression, knowledge of the history of language proves useful. Naturally, when you are having some ideas, some thoughts in your mind, so you have to even speak it out. So for speaking out, you need language. So first man never knew how to speak. Then how the languages were discovered, how he developed the language, not discovered, how he developed the languages, how he started communicating. If you are having something in mind and you cannot speak out, there is no language, how will you communicate? So it is very interesting to know that how these ideas from the earlier history came to us. Now the people of those history, that is the Mahavir, Buddha, now their preaching, today also Buddhism is being followed. So the preachings given in that era is being followed even today. Next, coming to the science. The history of science helps us in understanding the chronological order of scientific discoveries. Chronological order means serial order. पहले क्या हुआ, फिर बाद में क्या invent हुआ, and all the theories. Now it can also help to understand the cause-effect chain that led to those discoveries and inventions. Cause-effect मतलब why this thing has happened, and if this thing happened, then what was the effect? Okay. Always we say that mother is the necessity is the mother of invention. कोई भी चीज अगर invent होता है, कोई भी चीज अगर discover होता है, always there is some need for it. So what was such need in the history? Why the people felt the need of this particular thing? So it is very interesting to study that. And it is always said that scientific discoveries, inventions are often the effects of human efforts to fulfill a need and also curiosity. Whenever any new thing is made, always there is some need behind that. It is because of some need that these discoveries are done. And all these efforts are based on already available scientific knowledge. So it is very helpful for us to study that why these things were done. The knowledge of history of science helps in understanding the factors that facilitated a scientific discovery, invention, and also its chronology. So if you are having the history of science, you can understand why a particular thing was invented, how it was invented, and when it was invented. Okay. Then coming to the technology. Now the history of technology helps in understanding the changes and their causes in the field of agricultural production, because that was the basic, or that was the only, you can say, the occupation done by the people of the olden time, that is the agricultural. So what changes came in their method of farming? Commodity production, whatever commodities means the items, the things of need which they required, daily things, how they were produced. Then the architecture, architecture means the houses in what they stayed, how were their houses made, what was the design of the house. Then the engineering, that is to make it, some implements for the farming, how it was done with the help of engineering. Simple machines like drawing water from the well, etc. Then the scientific discoveries, inventions, and technological advancement. Now these all things are mutually dependent on each other. Whenever there is a scientific discovery, invention is made, then to fulfill that or to take help of that, again some technological advancements are made. For example, I'll take a very simple thing of drawing water from the well. Pulley, that round, okay, like wheel is there, over the groove is there. Groove means wo gadda. That rope is put, okay, and the bucket is put down into the well, and we pull the rope, the pulley rotates, and the bucket comes up. Now, what was the scientific discovery over here? That when we do any work against the gravity, it takes more force. That means if you want to lift anything up, you have to apply more force. But if anything you have to throw down, it will go very easily. Okay? So it is easy to bring anything down rather than to take anything up. So this was the scientific discovery after gravitational discovery of the gravity. Now what is done in that well while drawing water? If you simply tie a rope into a bucket and put it into the well and you pull the rope, it is going to be very heavy. So what they did, they passed the rope through a pulley, that round wheel, and now in the pulley you see we are not pulling the rope up, we are pulling the rope down, which is easy. When the rope goes down, the bucket comes up. So this construction of the pulley, you can say it is technology, it is engineering. So this is how scientific discovery and technology, they go hand in hand. And this knowledge of science and technology is very important at every step, from making of a stone tools to agricultural production in the evolution of mankind. See, earlier the tools were made up of bones and stones. Okay, but bones and stones were not, you cannot do if you want to kill a tiger, you want to kill some animals, it is not possible or not that easy to do with the stone implements. But once copper was invented and copper tools were made, it became very easy for them, to cut the skin, to make dresses out of the skin and such things. Later, the advancement of science promoted the mechanism of production. Now, suppose there is some idea how it is to be made. Okay. Now, we cannot make it in thousands for everybody. It will take a lot of time. Now, after this science is invented, then technology comes. Now, you make a machine for doing the same thing. So, it becomes very easy. For example, when first people used to write on leaves, then the paper was invented. Now, making one paper by hand takes a lot of time. So suppose there is a population of 2,000 people in one area. Now making paper by hand for 2,000 people is not that easy. But suppose we are able to make a machine through which we can make papers very fast, then it is very easy. Okay. So this technology helps in your mass production. Then it is necessary to know that history of technology, why it is necessary, so that you can understand the development of mechanization and the mutual dependence between science and technology. Like अगर हम लोग ये देखेंगे, अरे this particular implement, why it was invented? It was invented because it is during that time when man learned about cultivation, that he could also cultivate, he could grow fruits and trees also on his own, and that is why this type of plow or this kind of agricultural implement was invented. Next, coming to the industry and commerce. Now, what do you mean by industry and commerce? Now, industry and commerce means business. Basically, it means business. It means the field of mutual social transactions expands with the growth of industry and trade. Now today you are making paper only for your family. Tomorrow you are making for your entire community. Next you are making for your neighboring community. So this is industry and commerce, how it develops. And it also promotes continuous development of all network of cultural interactions. Now what happens when you make some particular product and go to some other community, you interact with those people. Okay. Today if you do a business with another country, suppose you are having a business and you have started a business with Singapore also. So naturally you will be going to Singapore, people from Singapore will be coming to your place, you will get to know them, you will get to know about their culture, some things about their culture you will like, so you will adapt to that. So this is known as cultural interactions and cultural interchange or exchange. Now this is an integral part of the industrial and commercial management, because whenever we do business with any new kind of people, a different kind of people, we interact with them. Okay, we go to their place, they serve us their kind of food, we eat that food, we see their clothing, we like something, we adapt to that. So it is essential to understand the history of the process. The nature of the market and commerce has continued to change. Accordingly, the nature of human relationships and the social organizations also has continued to change. To understand the development, it is necessary to study the history of culture, social organization and economic institutions. Now, if you see, there are many things India adapts according to the British custom. The date and everything. Why? Because we were ruled by the Britishers. Because Britishers were over here, lot of their culture, lot of their way of working has come into us. So it is so by this studying the industrial and the commercial growth. Also in the history we can come to know the different changes, what has taken place, and that will help us. Next is management studies. Now, in order to understand various factors involved in a chain of production such as means of production, human resources and processes of production, as well as the chain of market and sales management, it is essential to have a knowledge of similar function systems of the past. Today you want to do some business, you want to know how to produce, how to get people from, what should be the process, how to market it, how to sell it, how to manage it. Always you can get information from the past which is going to be helpful. You can come to know that, okay, for this particular work they had called people from this state. That means this state people are more skilled. So you can implement on the same thing. And it is also very essential to understand the psychological character of people working at various levels in the chain of production. You should, when you are dealing with the human resources, you have to understand their mindset also, their psychological, how they are thinking, how they are, because you have to get the work done from them. So you have to keep them happy. Then you want to market something, you have to advertise. So you should know that what kind of people are they, how to make them happy. Okay, now also suppose you want to market something for the children. So you have to see that, okay, this particular chocolate, give it a wrapper of this particular character और ये character का sticker साथ में दे दो तो बच्चे उसके लिए वो particular chocolates खरीदेंगे. So you should know the psychological character of the people also, not only who are working with you, but who are not working with you, but ultimately your product is going to be taken by them. And your management system should be a healthy one, that is, it should be a good management system where you are not torturing anyone, you are not exploiting anybody, all the people under you are happy. So, reading about all these things in the past, how business was started, okay, by the great industrialist, we can understand the social as well as economic institutions, that is the banks, and we can support the industrial and commercial processes. Very important that when the first business was started, which bank had supported them, how this person got money from different banks. So understanding that even you can apply the same and take the help. The main thing is that we can get the help from their past experiences. So knowledge of history in this regard makes the management at various levels easier. Suppose kabhi strike hota hai, okay, new person has come. So he can go in the history and check that earlier also when strike had taken place, what did the management do, how the dispute was resolved. Next, coming to arts. It is important to understand the development of various art forms with the help of their style of expression and their foundation in the form of intellectual, emotional, cultural tradition. Any art, you take singing, go back to the previous history, how they used to sing, then what changes came in the singing, and today what are we singing. Same way for the dance, in the music instruments, every form of art has got their own history. And with this, when you study the history, you can come to know why the music of that time and today's time, how it has changed. Okay? Maybe that at one particular time, some foreigners had come and they had invaded India. So their culture, when somebody comes to our place, they bring their culture also. So maybe from that time, that kind of singing or that kind of dancing became a part of our culture. The key to the expression in any art form, emotional temperament of the artist and the development of the history of the respective art form can be understood with the help of cultural history. Now one particular art form is there, okay. So what emotions that particular dance shows? Why it is showing only that emotions? So when we go back into the history, we will come to know, okay, during that time, this particular battle was fought, and that is why this dance form is of that particular year, so it is always depicting the stories of the battlefield. Next, humanities. The humanities include disciplines like history, archaeology, sociology, anthropology, political science, economics, etc. And to understand the history of the origin and the development of these disciplines is an essential part of their continue in the next video.